Live on the Queen Mary 2 in the South Atlantic. We're actually passing
Cape Town.
Cape Town, and
on our way to Port Elizabeth.
We're going to go past it, go to Port Elizabeth.
Yeah.
We're really struggling with Port Elizabeth, trying to find a tour on that one.
Well, we're not. I don't want to say struggling. What we're I guess we are struggling. We just want to get the best option. I'm so excited.
It's money. It's not necessarily money. It's what is the best.
What is the best?
What is the best opportunity? You know, I don't know if we're going to be here again. There's possibility. I mean, I'm looking at other stuff that maybe we can get back here, but we don't know. Let's get to the weather. The weather today is sunny.
Yes.
And beautiful.
Yes.
A little breezy.
Yes.
Is my nose all red? You see my nose? Is that red?
You've been red.
Oh shit! It's peeling. Sorry. I just happened to notice in the camera. All right. So the weather today is amazing, and
a little on the cooler side, like high 60s. I think.
Yeah, it's high 60s, but it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous,
it really
weather.
Is nice.
Really is.
Yeah. And it's nice to see the sunshine.
So yesterday we went to roulette. I made a pact that I'm only going to the casino if there's a tournament.
Yeah.
How that was going to work out, the tournament.
But
it was it was $20 buy-in, and you get 60 chips. And the goal is to get the most amount of chips to get on the leaderboard. And it's really luck. I mean, it's just you take your chips.
Isn't that what roulette really is?
Oh, it's horrible. Horrible.
I mean, I guess you kind of have a strategy in
some cases. People love roulette. And I don't know. I mean, you just put your chips all over the place, and you cross your fingers, and you're like, okay, where's the ball going to land?
I think they just pick numbers that, I mean, I guess that you can kind of look at a pattern, whether it's red or black. I think that's maybe something, but I don't know. Maybe I think people that play roulette really just play their numbers.
It's funny you said that, because she says, look at the pattern, because they have a little screen there and it shows you all the numbers, the red, the black, number 6, 32, this, that. Look at the pattern, she says. That's a bunch of crap.
I don't know. It's how I pick my strategy, my number, how I get my feelings.
When I went to go get my ticket to enter the roulette tournament, I asked the lady, do you play roulette? And she says, yeah. And I says, oh, okay. So how do you play? What do you do? She says, I just pick my numbers.
That's right.
She says, I got my numbers. I got birthdays. I got this. I got that. And that's what she plays. I says, well, maybe I'll try that. I get over to I didn't try it. I just started putting stuff down everywhere. I got close, but I didn't make it to the championship round. And I only did my $20, and that was it. I walked out of there. So it was fun. It was a fun $20.
Yeah.
So we did that, went to dinner. Oh my God. What did you have for dinner?
Oh my gosh. I had the same thing you did. I had the lamb.
Oh man, I thought you had something different.
No, the lamb chop. But I actually said after dinner, I guess I don't really like lamb. Michael's like, he loved it. He took mine. He wanted to order another one. And I said, just take mine.
Oh my God. Do you ever see those lollipop lamb chops? They're like a little bone, and it's like a little lamb right there. And you I wanted to pick them up, and because the meat closest to the bone's the best. And I didn't want to look like a savage in the Queen Mary 2 dining room. So I cut it with my knife and stuff. But boy, did I want to dig into that little bone, I'll tell you. I didn't. If I was home, I would have. There's no question there. But I thought those were delicious.
Yeah. Like I said, this is the second time I've tried to do lamb, and I like lamb in other ways, like ground lamb and things like that. But a lamb chop, or I guess I just don't like it.
You know what I liked about those little lollipop lamb chops? When I'm home and I try, they're expensive. I walk by in the grocery store and I'm kind of like, look at those. Someday I'll get those. They're just ridiculously expensive, and they make no sense to me to purchase them. They're little, but I was surprised to see them on the menu. Well, I'm not, because every other day there's lamb on the menu in the restaurant.
There's been a lot of lamb.
Lamb. That's why there must be a sale on lamb. I don't know.
I've tried it a few times.
I don't know. So we get done that. what do we have for dessert?
Oh, I actually had, I don't remember what it was called because I couldn't pronounce it, but it was like a cream with berries. It was
A
a
lot of stuff we
Scottish
can't pronounce.
something. And
Oh, wasn't it Scottish? Shakara?
yeah, I'm sure he's
Shakara.
pronouncing it wrong.
I took a shot in the dark.
Don't ever think that
Didn't
he's
I get
saying
the
anything right.
clit? I think I got the claris. What was it? It was claris.
Clophotis? I don't know.
It was well. You got to remember this menu. I'm serious. The menu was very long.
It was like cockatoo soup.
Cock
Linky. Cockaliki.
COCK leek soup.
Cockaliki.
And I was like, cock soup. And it was.
They said it was a Sri Lanka.
It was like tita something for appetizer, and the dessert was literally. I says, look at this. This is clophoris or something. I went, geez, this is a strange menu tonight.
Wait, I think.
But I love those lamb chops.
So it's not uncommon that Michael doesn't know how to pronounce something. That is absolutely true. But I couldn't even pronounce it. In fact, everyone at the table was like, what is this? What is that? And so finally the Scottish whatever I said, nothing else sounded interesting in the descriptions. I said, I'll try that. Anyways, it came in a little ramekin and it was like cream and berries, like almost like a raspberry or blackberry or something like that. So it was a little on the tart side, but it was sweet and tart. So I kind of liked it.
I don't know. I thought the menu was loaded with sexual overtones. I really did. And you can't tell me you didn't see that in the menu?
We all did.
Oh, okay, good. It wasn't just me.
You just made a spectacle of it.
Oh, I made a spectacle of it. Typical.
All right, moving on.
So moving on. As I said at the beginning, we really need to nail down this Port Elizabeth thing. If anybody out there's been to Port Elizabeth, lay something down for us. Give us some ideas. We've got a couple of tour guides that we're working, and from what we can see, there is a not Adobe, it's Adu Elephant Park, which is a national park.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. And then there's multiple other parks that are private. So with the Adu, you can show up in your own vehicle, buy a ticket, and drive right in. You can show up, have somebody jump in your car, one of the rangers, and you pay him, and he tells you where to go in the park. You can do that. Or you can hire a tour guide that picks you up at the cruise port.
And they take you around.
They take you over to this national park.
Yeah.
Now, it's the third largest national park in the country. I kind of looked at it. I'm like, oh, okay. And I look at the private parks. Now, the private parks, you show up and you get on their vehicles and they drive you around.
And those are open air vehicles.
Open air, big, high, open air. It looks like the safari thing.
I was going to say, that's what I kind of envision when I think of a safari as an open air type of vehicle. But
with the Adu, how do you say? Is it Adu?
Let's go with that.
Adu Elephant Park, National Forest. And you can go there in your regular car. I mean, if you go out there and you look and do some research on it, just rent a car and drive in there. Just make sure you have insurance for elephant prints on the hood, right?
Well, we'll see. Right. We'll see.
So we're going to nail that down. I think we're going to have that.
Oh, Lala says it's a doe.
A doe. Oh, thank
a doe,
you.
A deer, a female.
Man, I need all the help I can get. A doe. I like how she spelled it, too. She spelled it
A-D-O-E.
D-O-E. I love it. A doe. Oh, man. Thank you. I need all the help I can get. So we're going to hopefully nail something down with that. And then the next thing is, today we listened to the lecturer. Oh.
She's laughing.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, isn't it? The lecturer we listened today, and his name was Jeremy. I call him a lecturer. And you call him
he's the port presenter.
Port presenter. A lecturer.
But he wasn't presenting any of the excursions today. He was talking about Cape Town and the history about Cape Town. So that's what's been really interesting is, yes, they push the tours that they want to push on the ship to
Makes
sell you
sense.
into that.
Makes
Totally fine. It's been helping us to figure out what we want to do, but it's been, they usually do a follow-up with a history of where we're going,
Yeah.
or, you know, something interesting about the place. And apparently he knowledge of a lot of South Africa. So,
Yeah,
so
he was-
I found it very interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw him with the Port Elizabeth as well. And we have some ideas from him.
Mhm.
But again, we try to do our research. And so we don't try to take everything from the cruise ship. We try to do our own little excursion. And on that note, we did a little intro of the excursion we went through to Namibia. Well, we just finished the Namibia video.
Yeah, the full
Video, and that's going to be rolling out. It literally, the internet on this ship is so difficult. I'm done beating up the internet on this ship. You all know it. I don't even know what the image looks like right now. I hope it's decent.
Yeah.
Because we are live. We love going live, and we love it when our audience comments and stuff like that. But it literally loaded. We finished it around midnight last night, and we could not get on and do our live show until it finished loading, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It finished. So that was
it's a
quite
long,
it's only a 20-minute video.
I know.
20-minute freaking video. How many hours? 16 hours almost.
It's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Felt like 24 hours. But I hope you guys get a chance to look at that video. We had a lot of fun with it.
It is fun, and I would say it is a little longer than our typical videos that we do.
Show them the Steve thing. What Steve sent us. Pull that out.
Oh, I'll grab it.
Grab this. You got to see
Hold
this.
on.
So we came back to our room from lunch, and we told you yesterday that Steve and Lucille came with us on our shore excursion. So we got this in the mail today.
So we gave you a little bit of a highlight, but for those of you who hadn't seen it, so we did a full day excursion with these guys, and our tour guide was named Joppy, and we got this little illustration, if you can see it. I don't know if it's going to flip it. It's going to flip it. I don't know how to flip it.
I don't know how to flip it.
But that's the picture.
We can read it to you.
Let me show you. All right.
I read it.
So what it says is there's the little,
Caption.
vehicle, and us in the vehicle flying off. Let me show you the picture.
There's the
flying off a dune, and down here these are crosses, right? And there's a couple of speech bubbles here.
What's the top one?
The top one says, "We are going to die."
Show it.
We are going to die.
The next
and
one.
then it says, Joppy.
Show it. Joppy.
Okay. Joppy, please don't do this, is what it says here. And then down here it says on the menu. This is the menu. I'm going to read it to you. The menu for the excursion says speed, poisonous plants, which we ate something that
it
wasn't poisonous, but it tasted terrible.
He told us, just keep chewing it. It gets sweeter.
Terrifying drops. So every time we came over a cliff,
a doom.
it click. We would like hang there for a minute. Springbok shit.
Legit
and
shit.
Literally, a springbok is like an antelope family, so almost like a deer. And what we did,
he had us put it in the mountain, spit it out.
Well, I was gonna say we didn't have this on the video, so I'll have to just tell you the little droppings. And he said, "Oh, it's a game. You put it in your mouth, and you see who can furthest.
Who can spit out the furthest?" It's funny.
And I wish we had gotten that out because it was kind of funny because he literally put it in his mouth and spit it.
Yeah,
we all were like.
I think I mentioned yesterday where I went.
It was crazy.
I never put it in my mouth.
So that was that. Sand surfing at 50 miles an hour. That's when we went down the dunes. He said, "Oh, you could reach about 50 miles an hour flying down on this cardboard piece of nothing."
Yeah.
And Michael's jokes. So we had a blast with these guys.
We did, and
this
was so cool. This was so cool to see this in our mailbox. We're gonna have dinner with them tonight, so we're gonna go later. Normally, we go to dinner around 6.
Yeah, we have a set dining time. I think we've mentioned that before, but they have an open seating time slot. So we asked if we could switch and go for a night and have dinner with them, and we're gonna chat a little bit. And maybe they might be joining us for Port Elizabeth. So we said we'd hopefully come to the table with some ideas of, some of the options.
That's gonna be cool. If we're gonna have dinner and we're gonna talk about maybe getting together again on another excursion.
Oh, but anyway, so I know I talked about that picture and that was the lead up, but I said the video, and I just want to say that the video, it was a lot of fun to put together. It was a lot of editing, but what I realized was our day really kind of started off kind of slow, and I really feel like
when
he
you watch
gave
the
us
video, when you
he
watch the
gave
video.
us like a little bit at a time, and then in the middle it was like this, and it was this climax of like adventure and craziness. And then we kind of took it back down again a little bit right before getting back on the ship. So it's
I have PTSD from that.
I know.
I legit have PTSD from, and we can't stop talking about it.
I know. And I think I mentioned it on the video, is that I'm dreaming about it. I'm having these dreams. And even yesterday, I finished the video and I said I was still kind of dreaming a little bit about it last night. So
that was an excursion.
Maybe now that it's out there,
that was an excursion.
It'll leave my head.
Exactly. So we're going to have dinner with them tonight, and hopefully we are able to talk about doing something.
Yeah.
And there was our other table guests from our normal time called, left us a message.
Yeah.
They want us to call them. They want to try to join us to do an excursion as well. So we're going to give them a buzz. We have to give them a buzz, but we haven't really nailed anything down yet, but I'm going to give them a call once we get done with the video. The nice thing is, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but Fort Elizabeth, we're overnight. So we kind of have 2 days to play with. We don't exactly know what time we're going to be in. We believe it's going to be the same process for the customs, where we're actually going to have to present our passports and fill out probably a form or two to get off the ship. And so we're not exactly sure how early we're going to be able to get off. So we'll have to just see how we do. When do we leave the ship? Someone just asked. Ooh, good question. We are on this ship. We boarded in New York, and we are on all the way to Perth. Fremantle is the cruise port in Austria. When do we get in? And that Australia. Did I say? You said Austria. Oh, excuse me, Australia. And that is on February 17th, I believe. February 17th, we arrive in Australia. And we had left New York January 3rd. And we are having a blast. Yeah. And we really appreciate you guys coming along, watching our live videos. I apologize that some of them are a little pixelated. We really don't know what you can see. But the live seems to work better, because we've recorded a few videos and try to upload them. They take a long time too. They take forever. We apologize. Really, hopefully. But anyways, we usually recap a lot of the things. So February 17th we get in? Yes. So we're in February, and then we're going to stay in Australia for a little bit. We'll stay in Perth for 2 nights. We're going to fly to Melbourne. We'll stay in the southern part of Australia. We'll stay there for 2 nights and do a few things. And then we fly to Sydney. And we'll be there for 2 nights before we board yet another cruise ship. This time not Cunard, it'll be Princess. But wait a minute. I yelled yay about Sydney. I feel yay about every place we're going to go in Australia. Yeah. But the only reason I went yay in Sydney, we get on another cruise ship. Well, that's true. I freaking love cruise ships. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to get a Princess cruise ship. That'll be a couple of back-to-backs with a lot of great stops and some great excursions. Yeah. How long are we on those? We're on the Princess cruises for 30 days. We'll be on 30 days on the Princess cruises. And we got to put that itinerary together. Actually, I think it's longer. I think it's longer than that. It might be longer, because one is 10 days. One's 10 days. One's 14? 15 days, and one's 7 days. You think? Yeah. So they kind of go back to back to back. Yeah. You know, but regardless, we need to put that itinerary. Get too ahead of ourselves. Yeah, exactly. We have the dinner. We're probably not going to make the show tonight, because it's 7:30. Yeah, but they have the show later too. I think they do an 8 o'clock show and a 10 o'clock show. We might make it. We might not. It's Laura Evans. Yeah. And she is a country singer. I know. I do want to see it. Yeah, maybe we'll go. She does cover songs, obviously. Yeah, she does cover songs. It's not but her apparently own music, she's really supposed to be a great country music singer. Yeah. Laura Evans. I don't know if anyone out there has heard of her, but she apparently is pretty good. So maybe we'll see her tonight. It depends on how dinner goes at 7:30. If there's any adult beverages involved. Let me see. I was supposed to go to Bago. Does anybody know what Bago is? Andrea, I still haven't. We've been here how many days? Since January 3rd.
Yeah.
And it's now the 26th. So that's quite a ways. Right?
Yeah.
23 days. And I've been meaning to go to a Bago
and hasn't made it
tournament. And I haven't made it yet. And I have no idea. She thinks it's like cornhole.
Yeah.
And
or beanbag toss.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
We'll see. I missed that. And I guess what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take you guys out for a walk on the back of deck 6, show you the back, show you the weather, show you what people are doing out there.
That's a good idea.
And then I'm going to let you guys go. We appreciate you coming along on our live show from Queen Mary 2.
Yeah.
If you
check out our Namibia videos.
Oh yeah, you got to check it out. It's 22 minutes, but there's some parts in there that are
it's not quite live yet, right?
Funny. No, I'm gonna make it live as soon as. Matter of fact, do you want to walk them out there and I'll make it live?
No, you go ahead and I'll make it live.
I'm gonna okay. Then you do that.
So it should be live shortly. So take a look and leave all those wonderful comments that we love to see. And if you have any questions, put those down there as well. We'll get back to you. But
exactly.
So thanks for coming. I appreciate it. You guys all jumping online whenever we are here. We don't have a schedule yet because it's really tough to do it here on the ship. But
that's a good point. We would love to have a live schedule, but it's almost impossible because we're working around internet, uploading videos and how long those take. We'd love to have a set schedule, but it's almost impossible.
We're also changing times and
that's
everything else. So we appreciate those that do get on here live to chat with us and put little things in there. It's always fun for us to see.
And help us with words like ado.
You might not forget that now.
Oh, I'll always remember ado.
Sounds good. All right. I'll see you soon.
All right,
Michael's going to take you for a walk.
I'll take this thing. I'm going to take you guys for a walk to the back of the ship. Hopefully I don't lose you. Let me flip you around. Hopefully I don't lose you. And if I do, hopefully you'll come back. All right. Let's go to the back of deck 6. I mean, for an older ship, this ship is really in nice condition. You know, I do real estate, and I always tell people, you know, even though the house may be old, if it is in pristine condition, people will buy it. I'm telling you, pristine condition is really a thing. It doesn't matter how old it is. And this ship is really in good shape for its age. I've been on some real older ships that they need to go to the scrap pile. This one's not one of those. I can tell you that. This is a gorgeous ocean liner. And I think they can get quite a few more years out of it, but I don't know what the Carnival Corporation has in mind for this magnificent ocean liner. All right, so we are going to go out on the back deck of deck 6. We're going to see what the weather's like, show you the people hanging out, and then I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to probably try to come up with something tomorrow. And again, we're limited by internet. Oh, the sun went out. The sun was out earlier. Richard! What's happening? What are you doing with all the chairs?
Securing, sir. Every night we do the securing everybody.
Oh, really? All right, we'll take a look up the back of the ship. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, it's a little overcast. Back at deck 6. Richard's in the In the hot tub, yeah. He's the one who taught me how to play quoits. All right, let me flip this thing around. All right. Hey guys, ciao for now. Hope to see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll try to do something on a different deck. Again, we're limited by internet. That's the problem. I'd love to show you more and more of the ship, but again, ciao for now. We'll see you tomorrow.